Hi everyone, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me today. So I'm going to paint with a ruler. You're thinking, what does he mean? Well, I'm going to let the process talk for itself. I'm really pleased that you're here with me today. I hope you have fun, and don't forget, all the details to all my tutorials are always in the description box below. I'm so pleased you're here with me, and as always, let's see what we can create. So as you can see, I'm using acrylic paper today, and I'm just folding 2 sheets of paper in half, and I'm going to just use my ruler to ensure that there's a clean line down the centre of each page. So I'm going to place these to one side because I'm going to do 2 of these in this video, and this is the paper that I'm just using. It's just an acrylic paper pad. The colour palette that I'm using is being displayed now. You can see all those colours, including a black and a white, but don't worry if you can't see the names of those. I'm going to list each one in the description box below. But I'm actually going to paint, dare I say it, with a ruler, or I'm going to use the ruler to manipulate the paint. So first of all, I'm going to open up one sheet of the A4 paper, and I'm going to use the paint directly from the tube onto the paper, and I'm just going to place that paint on one half of the paper directly in the middle. So as I build up my colours, you'll see how I build these up, and then what I'll do is I'll continue with the process and explain more shortly. So there are all the paints I'm using for this one. I've built those colours up onto the paper, and now the fun part, because we don't know what's going to happen. I'm literally folding the paper in half onto the other half of itself, and I'm just gently using my hand to spread some of that paint out. And then I'm going to use the ruler to spread that paint out across that paper. But obviously I can't see what's happening in between those 2 sheets of paper, but I'm literally just going to use the ruler to spread the paint out across the page, ensure that it kind of molds together and fuses together with the paint, and then I'm going to open it out and see what kind of pattern we've created. Okay, so this is the exciting part. I think I need to spread it out a little bit more. I would like a little bit more of that paint to go more towards the edge. So to do that, I just firmly press down on the ruler and spread it. So here we go. I'm gonna just do a little bit more. Just want to create different shapes, different patterns, and the surprise here is about how those colours are going to work together, or maybe not even work together. I might look at it and think, no, I'm not really keen on this, but It's an experiment. So let's open up that page. Wow, I do love this. Wow, and I can actually see a lady doing a meditation. And anyway, I'm not going to give too much away because I'm going to place this to one side and I'm going to use exactly the same colours again, but in a different order on a different piece of paper. So again, the same process, taking one colour at a time, placing the paint directly from the tube onto the paper, building up that paint and then spreading it out. And then what I'll do is I'll show you each of those as a close-up. But what I would really love is to hear from you. I would love to hear what you see. I know that we're all different, and thank goodness we are. The world would be a very boring place if we were all the same. But I would love to know what your interpretation is. What do you see in these pieces when I go in close to show you that wet version and the dry version? Just drop what you see in those comments below. I'd love to hear from you. So as you've seen, I've used a bit more paint and I've spreaded the paint out even further on the paper. So this reveal is going to be different to the one that I've already done. And there we go. And I just love those colours. Obviously there's that kind of bold purple directly in the middle. But look at all those different colours and guys, those textures. That's because I've placed the paper on top of each other and then opened it out. That's what's created those kind of like root or vein shapes that you can see for the texture. So, as I asked, let me know what you see in this picture and the other picture. Drop them in the comments below. And more importantly, if you're going to try this as well, feel free to email me a picture of what you do or tag me in your post. I'd love to see what you do yourselves. But yeah, so I don't know if I'm going to do anything further with these. I might keep them as they are, or I might cut out sections of these to create smaller, different paintings. But here's a question for you. Would you like me to do that? So I've got these two pieces of paper here. We've created different patterns on each one. Would you like me to now take sections of this to create a series of different paintings and then show you that in a post, either on here or on my other social media platforms? Or should I keep it as it is and maybe embellish it a little bit more? Let me know in the comments below. A big thank you to each and every one of you for your support week on week. I am so grateful. And whatever you're up to creatively, remember, have fun, push those boundaries, and sometimes just let yourself free. Have that freedom to paint and create. Have a great week ahead, and I'll leave you with some of these details. But until next time, until that next video, see you soon and take care. Bye.